Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedowns. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. All right, here he is, the UFC middleweight king, the Reaper, Robert Whittaker. Back-to-back wins over Yoel Romero. Hard to quantify, though, how difficult those 50 minutes against Yoel Romero were and what type of toll it might take on Whittaker here moving forward.
Yes, but after the Romero fight, there was a lot of time in between fights for Whittaker, which allows you to recover. Because you hear the stories about the guys that say they fight Yoel. No one's like him. No one feels like him. But Robert Whittaker was able to manage that over the course of 2 very, very difficult fights. And he was able to do that because of the fantastic cardio, the great wrestling mentality, and also the unbelievable striking and the ability to stare down the barrel of a loaded shotgun in Yoel Romero's left hand and feel safe. That allowed Robert Whittaker to keep his belt in both of those instances.
And we knew from his debut in 2012 that he would be something special. He has certainly been every bit that. Our tale of the tape for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. So 3 years the gap in age between these two fighters. Some differences in height and reach. All right, now for the particulars inside the octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 35 wins, 17 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, Anthony Lionheart Smith. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 25 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, Robert Whittaker! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Bergliata.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
All right, so here we go with the start of this fight. I'm anxious, man. What a matchup it is, and it's going to be interesting. And it's going to be interesting to see who has the upper hand early.
It's going to be difficult to find out how this plays out, right? Striker versus well-rounded fighter. Who's going to be the one that's going to control where this fight takes place?
Sound defense there as he blocks the shot. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the champ.
Oh, an obvious limp there. His leg hurting for certain.
Great punch landed with so much power.
Kick to the body by Whittaker. Another shot lands upstairs. Lands with the kick there. No pad on that foot.
No shin guard. He's taking all of that kick every time he throws it.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tough, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming. I mean, he's cutting down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off. Look at him whip his hips into that kick. Whoa! What a fantastic strike
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Robert Whittaker.
Ooh, big shot lands. There's no tell on that leg kick. That was lightning fast, that right in.
Ooh, looking to go to the leg kick here, just out of range. Oh, how about the Whittaker right hand? See, this is why when you sit down to play EA Sports
Every
UFC
time.
4.
John, no question. No question. I know where I'm going. I try to make it go random, but I randomly select the Reaper Robert Whittaker.
Just missed with the left there.
Beautiful kick.
Oh, lands a left punch there, and a lot of it set up by good footwork.
Really great footwork and setting traps so they can land that beautiful left hand. It's a beautiful fast foot jab with meaning.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, folks, here we go with our next round. And in terms of his output and his efficiency with his significant strikes in the previous round, you can argue that was the best 5-minute stretch of his UFC career.
Oh, absolutely. The best 5 minutes he has ever had. He was in a zone. Everything he threw was just landing and landing with vicious intent. He's got to feel confident as he gets off the stool for the beginning of this round.
He blocks the punch.
Nice punch lands over the top.
And he finally is softening up to that Bobby Knuckles moniker. I mean, they print the shirts.
It's a great nickname. I don't know why he fought it. It's a fantastic nickname, and it fits him to a T. Bobby Knuckles, we all love you. We all love that nickname, buddy.
So 39 total strikes have now landed for Robert Whittaker. And connecting on just 35% of his attempts against Anthony Lionheart Smith. Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You gotta like what you're seeing. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out. Three minutes remain in the round. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round.
Oh, nice combination.
He's got him hurt here.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick. Oh, that's a nice strike.
Oh, he lands a massive kick here. Oh! Oh! Huge right hand!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh!
Big kick lands.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to the target. So he'll continue to throw, and he'll continue to wear on his own gas tank.
Lands with a right hand.
Ooh, what a punch.
15 seconds remain in the round. All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
Final round, you ready? Let's go, guys, fight.
Whitaker gets hit with a kick here. That one landed flush. Let's see if he can make some adjustments. Watch the strike there, counters with a jab. And a nice jab there, champ.
The jab was a lost art in mixed martial arts. Guys have found it, and they are fighting behind it real well.
Fight stats for you now, 59 total strikes have now landed for Robert Whitaker. Well, not the most efficient effort, landing with 33% accuracy against Anthony Lionheart Smith.
Good punch.
Man, how about the steam behind that Whitaker jab tonight?
Robert Whitaker is a great striker. I mean, he has it all when it comes to the stand-up in the boxing, and that is on full display right now.
Ooh, blocks the shot. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent. Oh, lands a stiff. Oh!
He's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Just out of range with the big right hand. Big left hook there. Wow. He's got him here. 2 minutes now to go in the fight. Whitaker circling towards the left now.
He's limping now.
Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. Effective punch there by Robert Whitaker.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Unable to connect there. Connects with a right. Hook attempt now, blocked though by Whitaker. Oh, good uppercut there. Hook to the head, lands flush there by Whitaker. All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. They go the distance tonight, but you got to think he won over the judges with his striking acumen tonight.
Yeah, you got to watch one of the best strikers in the entire UFC. He did everything so well, and in my opinion, he should cruise to a very easy decision.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 9-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Robert Whitaker.
All right, so here is the pride of Simpsonville, South Carolina, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Twice he has challenged for UFC gold. Prevailing wisdom is if he can win this fight here tonight, he'll be back on that short list of contenders.
You look at Stephen Thompson, and you almost feel like you'll see him at a church choir more than you'll see him in the octagon. He looks so innocent. But when you're in there, you are in there with an absolute killer. Stephen Thompson has an ability to slide out of range as you enter and counter you really, really quick. He counters like a viper. He's so fast with his counterattacks. That right hand is unbelievable, and he fights in that traditional karate stance, which makes it difficult to try and piece the puzzle together when you're in front of the Wonder Boy.
And of course, the last man to beat Robert Whitaker, I submit to you, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, back at UFC 170, one of the bigger knockouts of his career in 2014. Well, if any modern-era UFC athlete is worthy of a Hall of Fame distinction, despite having never realized a UFC title, I would submit to you Donald Cowboy Cerrone. His resume reads like a UFC record book.
And he just keeps on getting better. Every time you think Cowboy is starting to get to the end of the rope, he reinvents himself. He makes some small change to his game that allows him to compete at the highest level. The run that he went on after beating Alexander Hernandez and then coupling that with the massive victory over Al Iaquinta, you thought watching that you were watching the very best Cowboy Cerrone you've ever seen. And this is at the tail end of a career that spanned over a decade.
And his new source of motivation, his son, Danger. These are very legitimate championship aspirations for Donald Cowboy Cerrone, trying to move one step closer here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. Both fighters identical in age. Thompson will have a 2-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the introductions, we go to
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a karate fighter holding a professional record of 17 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Simpsonville, South Carolina, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record of 36 wins, 17 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean has drawn the assignment here.
You ready? You ready to fight?
All right, so here we go with round 1, classic matchup of striker versus striker. These guys have both faced a lot of grapplers in the past. They like the draw tonight.
Oh yeah, and they love seeing an opponent that will not be trying to dive at their legs. They know when they get to the center of the octagon, the only steps back they will take is if they choose to move out of range to re-enter back into the striking realm. It's a very comforting thought for both of these competitors.
Nice punch by Wonderboy Thompson. Lands with a right hand. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman.
Oh! Head kick. Big combination for Cerrone. Oh!
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick. Oh, nice right
Back
hand.
and forth we go.
Big knee.
Big knee.
Oh, nice jab.
Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
So just over 20 total strikes. Just an absolutely gorgeous shot to spell the end for his opponent. Crowd is absolutely loving it. He gets the near perfect land. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming, but just the way he drew it up here tonight, saw that little crack of an opening and barged right through it to get the knockout. Well, what a moment for him here tonight. A huge knockout on one of the sport's biggest stages. That is one they'll be talking about for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 28 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
So the South... Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedown. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. All right, here he is, the affable former UFC heavyweight champion, Junior Dos Santos. The knockouts have started to pile up again for him. The Luis Doria-trained boxer really starting to find that form yet again as he tries to track down another UFC title shot.
That shows the quality of the mentality of Junior Dos Santos. To go back and reset when things aren't going well and you find yourself trying to skid, you go back and mentally you fix it. Junior Dos Santos has fixed that. He never did not have the skills. He went back and he fixed the mental, and now it's put him right back where he wants to be. The fight against Derek Lewis showed that he has the patience and the calmness to withstand the storm, and then when you give him an opportunity, he still has that quick strike ability to finish a fight.
A lot of confidence in his chin, his toughness, and of course his recent alignment with the American top team in Coconut Creek, Florida. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Teixeira is 4 years the elder. Dos Santos weighed in at 238 pounds. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. All right, we send it back inside the octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 33 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Glover Teixeira! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a boxer holding a professional record of 21 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 238 pounds. Fighting out of Salvador Bahia, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC heavyweight champion, Junior Chicano Dos Santos. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Eve Loving.
You ready? You ready?
Well, the tension is palpable as this fight gets underway, and going to be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. Definite striker on one side against another guy who's very good.
And in those situations, normally...
Whoa! Oh, huge knee to the head.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Dos Santos has got his head looking for a guillotine.
Oh, nice guillotine there.
He might get a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. And there it is.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, so a quick night at the office for him here tonight. He told us he wanted to be efficient. He didn't want to waste a lot of time. He felt his opponent knew the takedown attempts would be coming, and he got the fight to the ground relatively easily, and his submission skills then took over. Big result for him early in round 1 tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Leving has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 26 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Junior Chicano Dos Santos.
Well, the celebration. Well, if you're just getting into fighting and you're looking for a fighter to support, you can do worse than Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. really a guy who's easy to root for and coming off some of the biggest wins of his career recently.
He is starting to get everything right. For as long as Jorge Masvidal has been in this game, you always had the feeling that there was still work to be done in order to truly reach his optimal form. I feel like now he's finally getting it. And people overlook the fighter's mentality of Jorge Masvidal. We talk about Kimbo Slice in the back there fighting. But Jorge Masvidal was right next to him.
Right.
He was back there fighting just for the sake of fighting. And he has done that in the octagon, and now he's finally putting it all together as he tries to make his way to a UFC title fight.
Well, it's always exciting when you have such a high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. This man has been a master of the submission in the UFC, and even though a lot of people know what's coming, more often than not, they're unable to stop.
Because the knowledge of the Jiu-Jitsu game is truly something that it's hard to replicate when a guy is as good as he is. I mean, he will jump for a triangle. He will jump for an armbar. And as you slam him to the ground, he starts to understand, okay, I'm right where I need you right now. This is when the game starts for him. If he doesn't secure that submission, he gets you where he needs you to be in order to start to really make you drown. It's like going in deep water and getting pulled down over and over again, because every time you think, if I do this, it'll make it better, it just makes it worse.
And best of luck trying to find a training partner to simulate this guy in the gym.
It can't happen, and it won't happen.
Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. Even matchup here on paper, a lot of similarities across the board, evenly matched when it comes to the numbers. We send it inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 35 wins, 16 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 11 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Vila Velha, Espírito Santo, Brazil, Eric Silva! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta.
You ready? You ready? Let's go.
All right, so here we are, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. It's crazy to think that not all that long ago, mixed martial arts was not regulated in New York. When that legislation came down, the UFC became strong, and we've been omnipresent ever since.
John, we kick the door in.
Yes.
If you're gonna say you're welcome in MSG, the UFC is coming. And every time we have gone there, we have brought phenomenal fight cards and some of the biggest moments in UFC history.
Now, if the Knicks could just get their act together.
Knicks will never get their act together, and I'm okay with it.
Oh, effective strike there by Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Oh, single collar tie here. Well, if you like Muay Thai striking, this might be your moment in this fight as he gets the tie crush.
This is a massive moment for this fighter. He is a great Muay Thai fighter. Look for him to go knee, and then try to land a big one to the head.
Well, a lot of people think he might have the best jab in this division, certainly using it effectively here.
I mean, one of the best jabs in the world across all combat sports. The way that it just comes out, it's beautiful. The backside hand is always at the chin. The elbows up to the ribs. The jab goes out. The jab comes right back to the face. It's picture-perfect technique, almost like a Taibo class or something like that. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one?
Good series of strikes by him there.
Great job of mixing it up, staying active, keeping busy, doing great work.
So just over 20 total strikes have found the mark for Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Misses with that punch.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Trying to kick the leg out. Big knee lands there. Oh!
Serve him up.
Side control now. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him,
Know when to hold him. Yeah, absolutely. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
All right, so he continues to land that patented jab and keeping his opponent at bay.
You can know that it's coming, but until you're in there with him, the speed and the power of that jab is something you can't really prepare for.
Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on the feet.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the action.
Oh! And what a round! Oh, well, that's the end of the round, so the location is okay, the cut on the cheek, but that is some serious blood trickling out of that cut there. You got to think maybe at some point they call the doctor in, and if he doesn't like what he sees, maybe they stop this fight. All right, so a huge round for him there. That head kick probably would have had me out for good. The guy survives to see another round.
Yeah, but he'll go back to that. It landed so perfectly. He set it up great. He did a great job of mixing up the target early, going up high, and getting the desired result.
Okay, round two, you ready? You ready?
Second round underway. Punch coming, it's blocked.
Good stick.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. DC didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on point.
Well, for years, Tyron Woodley had said Jorge Masvidal is the best boxer on this UFC roster. Certainly showed you the hands there.
I mean, he's showing it, man. I mean,
Oh!
he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
So fighter a little bit stunned, holding on to him now, not doing the ton, just looking to recover. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Ooh, what a punch.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
Big punch from the clinch.
Oh, that's a good knee to the body there by Silva. And now Masvidal's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. All right, single collar tie now. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Oh, that straight punch. Oh, big knee!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Knee to the body.
Oh, he got real good, too.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
He got it. Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Pinpoint strike to end this fight. It landed flush. I'm not even sure the opponent wholly saw it coming, and before he could recover, the referee was in to stop the fight. So a huge knockout victory for that fighter here tonight. So a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the huge knockout victory that could hold up as one of the better knockouts of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliana has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 39 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Jorge Gabriel Masvidal.
Well, DC, this is a true mixed martial artist of the highest order. You've watched the film. Hard for me to see much in terms of glaring weaknesses, and he believes he can react to anything that is thrown his way inside that arm.
It's unbelievable because whenever you're trying to prepare for someone, you look for weaknesses. But when you watch this guy, nothing jumps off the page. When you think I have to go wrestle him, you realize very quickly that not only can he defend takedowns, he can also go and secure them himself. He's that new breed of fighter that has been doing every discipline from the very start of his career. You know you're looking at a guy that will contend for a championship.
And if our fighter meeting on Thursday is any indication, confidence, not an issue for this young man coming in here tonight. All right, well, he's one of the more accomplished Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners in this division, DC, and I know how many chokes you have in your arsenal. Offensive Jiu-Jitsu, defensive Jiu-Jitsu, doesn't get much better than this guy.
It doesn't get as high level in terms of the Jiu-Jitsu knowledge. He knows in every exchange that he's the guy that's processing things at a different level. From the armbar submissions that he has shown in the octagon to the beautiful guillotine chokes that he does over and over again. And don't think that he won't roll for a knee bar and get a submission. Right. It's just constant danger when you're in the jiu-jitsu with this guy. And even the high-level wrestlers that he's fought have paused to try to take him down because of that patented guillotine. It's so truly a case of pick your poison with this Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So these fighters are just a year apart with similar height and the same reach. All right, now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 24 wins, 9 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 231 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Fabricio by Cavallo Verdum. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 34 wins, 10 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira.
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
They touch gloves, and we are underway.
You ready to fight? You ready? Good.
All right, so here we go with round 1. The tension is palpable. On one side, you've got one of the more well-rounded fighters in this division taking on a true submission specialist. Yeah, he's taking on a true submission specialist. And when you talk about submission specialists, nobody matches up to this guy. He is that good at getting you to the ground and choking you out. Opens with the left hand and lands flush. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there. Nice kick landed by this gentleman. Dig and kick. And he landed the right hand there. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from. Boxing, boxing, boxing. Oh, he heard it badly, Jeff. Fantastic timing. It's in there deep. There you go. Oh, nice. Brilliant submission defense there. All right, full guard now, DC. The fighter on top needs to be trying to gain posture to throw ground and pound and then move to the next position. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to build a shield. Try to push your opponent off to try to get back to your feet. Verdum's looking to pass in a half guard here, but he's denied. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Nogueira. 2 minutes now to go in the opening round. Nogueira's trying to lock up on a submission now.
An attacking armbar.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
And there it is. Yeah, you've got to admire the focus and the commitment to getting the finish. You could tell he was in hot pursuit of that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it, so he sets it up beautifully, lets it materialize almost organically, and ultimately gets the desired result. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight to the ground exactly where he wanted it. Eventually, his opponent gave him an opportunity to get a submission. He did that, and he should be very proud of the work he did tonight in the octagon.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 19 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission, Antonio Henrido Minotauro Nogueira.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.